on the unceded land of the Duwamish, and we are grateful that they're sharing this space with us. So, we're starting back here with our first piece, and that is by the increíble Yesenia Navarrete Hunter. Round of applause for Yesenia. She was a professor at Village College and rode all the way across the pass from Yakima. And I'm going to ask if Eileen Jimenez is in the audience. Is Eileen Jimenez here? Okay, since Eileen Jimenez is in here, we are honored to have Yesenia read Eileen's acrostic piece.
Thank you, and I want to acknowledge that I am coming from the ancestral lands of the Yakima Nation. And I'm so happy to be here tonight. Thank you all for being here. My piece is called Braids and Bullets, and this piece by Eileen Jimenez says, "My tears well up every time I hear stories of the revolution, of the indigenous women who rose up to fight for the land, for the community, for us. These days I am full of emotion and rage. I'm so tired. Yet Emiliano's words echo in my heart. La tierra es de quien la trabaja. His words remind me to keep fighting for our land, the land that heals us, the land that holds us, the land that remembers us always."
Oh, nice. I wasn't sure if y'all were going to have them. I have my own.
Okay. Whatever works for you, Eric.
I was late because I decided, oh, you don't got to worry about it, thank you. Me and John took his carcass out of his van. Guardians beyond size, secrete, held open in before. Infant reproaches found the end of all unmajestic gabble. Her last space on this earth, we sit and talk in ancestral baths filled with drum. Discuss it's all given way to let Thursday go clean. The architects mislabeled God in the shape of a neutron star throats, thinking about the roots of language talk, from where we pull the knowing. Garnish on the plate are ancient ledgers, white bond's body, steel habitat. What ties a bod to its happenstance? Perceive truth to guess on misheld, side by side sleep again. Wade out to the archons, three sisters, vision grunted. Sway gate side to side. Father carried his mother to the... I can never forget your face, staring into the three corners of the room, staring back. The father carried to his mother. In the three corners of these dying, each present breathes visiting hours are the last touch. Relational tension glitters. Maw, fling, bead, neck, cavern, maintenance, sub-level line. I wonder when the ancients spoke to you, if they gave you moments to breathe. Sugar and maple burns faster than its wood, leaves scorching. I stare at cicatrix expanse, more ground than it could fuss. Our bodies placed to sequence. The immensity drip, brittle grass sleeps on the sidewalk, desert bluff. Thanks.
So the next artist is Mrs. Mena. His artist is Alejandro Cortez.
Thank you so much. Sadly, I don't have an English translation. We were working the translation, but we didn't have enough time to finish it. So I'm going to be reading in Spanish. Máscaras. Vuestra alegría es vuestra tristeza sin máscara. Jalil Gibran, el profeta. Este hotel, desde 1910, ha hospedado a todos los poetas invitados al festival. En mi habitación, las cuatro paredes del baño son espejos. De fijar aquí es un ejercicio de autoobservación. Cago y conjeturo. ¿Qué pensaban otros poetas mientras se observaban cagar? Sufrían estreñimiento, diarrea, hemorroides. Hacían correcciones al poema mientras cagaban. Después de la lectura habrá una fiesta de máscaras, me dicen. No recuerdo si leí esto. Hay máscaras y hay máscaras. ¿O lo dijo mi padre? En una foto de su infancia, mi padre tiene rostro, máscara, de niño vetusto, rostro de muerto prematuro. Mi padre no amó su pistola, la violó hasta que ésta le besó la sien. Terminé de cagar. Los espejos reflejan la frase de mi camisa: quien caza monstruos, cuídese de convertirse en monstruo. Cuando miras por largo tiempo al abismo, el abismo te devuelve la mirada. ¿Está Dios muerto? Leí en Génesis 2:3 que está descansando. Lo puso en coma al descanso. Despertará encabronado. La ciudad entera estará en la fiesta. Consiguió máscara. La ciudad entera necesita una máscara para ocultar el bombardeo a los niños del campo de refugiados. Gracias.
So I've been asked to read this. And Still I Rise, the name of the piece as well as the name of the literary portion. Hay una mariposa mónaca que vas por el día como un tigre alado que mantote en tu cuerpo. Homero Arides. Mariposa, oh, that's a better one? Okay.
That was better. You just have to-
Okay, let's try to read it. Mariposa, 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 mar y pos. A sea they crossed, an ocean away to get to us. Mariposa, monarch, meaning queen, reina. I watched them try to flush your flash of red wing, piel, the color of sunset, a stripe against the sky, you, butterfly, unfurling your wings of truth against the lies that we are thieves, whores, rapists, and murderers. We, of the land between two great waters, before these plexiglass epoxy concrete cages, before we were plucked in silence, frozen in an artificial land bridge from ourselves, our history, a matter of fallen feathers, claw prints, our footprints in 50,000-year-old clay, bones into fossilized stone, our indigenous American values of humility, compassion, temperance, and perseverance, seeing us through 7 generations of our grandmothers, si se puede. Though they tell us to go back to where we came from, we are the butterflies of the new world. We still rise. We return to where we're from, and I still rise through the lies. Though they brand me animal and dirt, I still rise. Before borders, the pathways were clear. We are not this migration, we are the land. Abya, yala. Nina, mariposa, soli maripos ni modo. You are the heart of the people who were always here. The rest of us coming home. Mariposa, mar y pos, cruzando on a dream. Dreamer in a new dawn of dreamers, yet we arise, and I still rise, because they could not douse us with fear. Chubascos of hate, of so much nada, with words emptied of history, the sheen and gleam not giving out in the rise and shine of knowing where we are is where we have always been, como mariposas, mariposa, maripos, us, resilient and resilience and resisting by insisting. Que viva! So, it's a beautiful embroidery right here. And our writer is Juan Carlos Reyes, professor at Yale University, and everyday man.
Hey, what's up, y'all? Thank you for being here. This is amazing. So I have two poems. They happen to be sort of in this corner across the walls from each other. And I'm a fiction writer normally, and I don't say that because I want you to take pity on the poetry I wrote. I just want you to know that from my point of view, I imagined a dialogue between the artist and the art, between the artist and the idea and the relationships hidden and embedded within the art. And so that's what I imagined, a scene, typical of a fiction writer. So in the case of this poem over here, it's called In the Age of Anxiety. I thread my fingers, left hand into my right, forks caught in each other's teeth, locked, jagged, and cracked skins. I shake my fingers loose knuckles flapping, a billow collision, threads of a mop, awaiting, some mess to soak up, a cleanup to be run. I hold my palms out, stabbing at, reaching, grabbing, nothing. I wonder by afternoon what I offer time. A grip so empty, a dizzy eye that keeps looking, a double vision like stitch and sunset that confuses crochet and combustion. Memory gives nothing. A family history so much less. My children, their paper, and my hands, I have faith to till, lives to read and read into. My hands stay busy, reach for everything, grab so little, so I petition this world and the next. Might you temper such speed of all good things so I might have just such moments of flowerbed colors, of seams, of replacing shards with full panes, new untainted windows in place of this inability to fix every memory of now that I might have to fight through tomorrow. I feel older every time I ask. Thank you.
Form. Her shining crown of roses is reminiscent of roses surrounding the syncretic Virgen of Guadalupe, so revered by the indigenous of Mexico, superimposed over the pre-Columbian goddess aspect of Tonantzin, Our Lady. Like the Botticelli, she rises from a scallop shell upon ocean waves. She wears obsidian jewelry merging with the dark shape behind her. Rather than a halo of hair, a black shape clings to her back that might be a creature of its own, perhaps a spirit using the woman to manifest from the spirit world into our own. We see shapes and faces in the dark mass, culminating in a tail or tentacle, reaching down to the shell and slithering out to the water as though drawing sustenance from it. The figures show the duality of our female existence, the attractive, alluring form that fulfills societal expectations, and the wild, powerful creature riding her back in order to accomplish magic in the world.
Baron, who is our literary artist.
Thank you for painting this so I could write about it. You're welcome. So this is called Executed Deception. 1, Fiesta. First impression, intrigued by the surface view, the vibrant colors, confident postures on 5 figures, all with cinnamon-colored skin. Pre-colonization lips, dark chocolate stares, except the largest figure in the middle with the burning agate eyes. The bright safety of mariposas y colibris, ranas y peces y flores y maize, and double helix patterns. Andale. 2. I feel the churning of my DNA as I taste the bitter skin of the lemons mi abuela used to bite into like another would an apple. All the mouths rigid and closed, the dried garnet of a serpent's tongue. I'm thirsty. There is no water, just the crackling dust background. I note the crosses, bodies, save for later. The piñata-colored corners rage. Look, don't touch. But chain link fences creating a border go both ways. Arriba. 3. White outlined forms, femme bodies, scattered as if gathered in a human bouquet and thrown to the wind where they disconnect from the safety of the whole, landing alone. Discarded across the sun-bleached desert, a familiar storyline recognizable by the bubblegum pink and faded white crosses outnumbering the bodies found. A bullet trail in the background threatens violence, but La Familia remains at the forefront, con esperanza, sin miedo.
Here, because this next piece below is by Erica Costa.
Hey, it's nice to actually meet you. Everybody, I called all of the artists because I'm crazy and I didn't know how to do the assignment. So I called each artist and then had a 30 to 40 minute conversation with them. Maybe a loose Q&A. Are we on membranes?
Yes, we're on membranes.
Oh, also this is yours if you want it at the end.
Oh, I do, thank you.
Yeah, there you go. I dig it. Oh, can everyone see? It looks cool. It looks fly. It looks kind of like that, right? Watch smart, learn right.
You should get him to sign it.
Oh man, someone should sign it. Did you ever try and park mad and then come into space with energy late?
Yeah.
Yeah. I feel like if I do this, I'll be too loud, but it's okay. Membranes. Off then, I am wandering the going process, searching for mutations, hotspot, what that ain't been spoken. Find self-strengths and wasn't. Reactions, terrible, slow, low yield, and profound biologic consequence if the legion is not repaired. Crumbs, stucco, small chapel knows this inherited you seen here, as there I record the real and the theor out unstrung ladders. Loose twine answering lived over stories, positions is believed to stem. Arguably this me endangered, crackling by the primal history pools, knees and mud. I don't remember the deterioration. When I stopped looking here, the breaks, ending creates something quiet. I do remember the final time they were alive with me, and that is always complicated channels of solitude, impulse, and now that I know half the line, mine might never get back. You could say you could, that pulpit is shattered, generations ensconced in paraffin wax, eye oven ultimately grasping soil of the low hemisphere at the premises, give grave, precipine, grieve, hieroglyph, letters lost in oddles now is in the aging again, winding west was wrought, crest seen, breached heather, or else. Thanks.
Thank you, Eric. Next up, we have artist Maria Olga Meneses, and Kathy Alcala was the literary artist who can't be here, but Maya Moreno. And Juan Carlos. Whoever wants to read this.
No, Maya and I are each taking a poem of Kathleen's.
Bear with us, technical, there we go. Okay. Put down your wine, dude.
Fine. This poem is called Koskatl Yetzli, Bloody Jewelry. The arm is missing, the skin flayed from the crown of his head to the soles of his feet. This blood is made holy by the sun that touches his empty body at the pyramid of the sun. Holy, holy. Holy design and shaping, made to serve the sun. Holy, holy. Wristlets and earrings, brooches and labrets that dangle and flash. Holy, holy. Beaten thin by artisans serving only the temple. Gold, Estel Cuitlatl, excrement of the gods that we are privileged to find. We can only guess in distant time the meanings of these pieces for the people who shaped them, the royalty who commissioned them, the priests who offered them to the gods, and the victims who watched as this world was taken from them. We each play our part in the 52-year cycle before we begin again. Finally, we can see through the eyes of the invaders what these pieces meant to them. A land rich and organized enough to extract gold ore from the ground and shape it into ornamental pieces. To build great and ponderous pyramids upon which to worship and to reflect on their mortality soon to be taken. Ay, mis hijos, oh my children, where are you now? Caught in the burning rays of a sun that has seen too much.
My dear friend, Mateo Acuña.
Hola, bienvenidos. I'm Mateo, and I wrote a poem in response to this photograph that was really moving to me, and I was reading about the artists and their work, and so for my poem, I called it Two Frames because I thought it was interesting the way that you have the frame of the window, but then the frame as you're looking at it, cropped from the photo. And maybe a third one from the way that I interpret it. It's my frame. Two frames. In the orange room of reckoning, I am stain-shaped like the wide window. My frame sea-bound or splinters or worse. What separates my opening to the ocean is gone. I cannot afford fancy reflection or new pain. My black-packed garbage bags are full, and sleepless nights stacked like bricks betray my eyes beneath beauty's peeling plaster. But a little further in my soul, the wind sings the fringe of palm leaves, the lashes of my land, and other songs you've been untrained to hear. Only in spirit now. I'm stranded where I belong, while you make a vacation of my exile. Go on. Smile and spend your money. You take your pictures and I'll take mine.
Hay, sin duda, oscuros episodios para los caballos, como cuando Aníbal de Cartago con un ejército de elefantes casi derrota al imperio romano y sus caballos. Pero esa oscuridad es nada comparada a este presente que soy. Mitad caballo, mitad humano. Un centauro, ojalá. Soy una triste traducción. No llego ni a imitación de personaje de la isla del Dr. Moreau, del mismísimo H.G. Wells. Él se avergonzaría de mí. Estrella híbrida de cabaret, bailarina del tubo, piernas torneadas, tatuaje en la espalda baja, $50 por hora, propina libre de impuestos. Me anuncian, es hora de mover el culo.
Lluvias de negritos y soles rojos cubren el cielo. Crecían guamúchiles y caobas y mezquites, brotaban arroyos, ríos y presas de aguas puras y cristalinas. Tierras de mi abuelo, llenas de jóvenes con sueños, de vida. Ahora, carpas blancas de invernaderos ahogan los potreros verdes. Los campos llenos de promesas de dinero y ruinas de tierra. Agave, contaminación, donde ya no se puede ni nadar en la presa. Y la llorona pasa gritando por los lechos secos, gritando por sus hijos que poco a poco se han ido a los Estados Unidos por su sueño americano.
I'm going to be reading about this one and this one. So this one, I titled it La Limpieza. La Limpieza.
Dressed in white, I arrive prepared for a time. We sit in no time, donde el humo sagrado nos limpia, where the sacred smoke cleans us, awake to the altar of living, aware of reciprocity divining. Nuestros alimentos son nuestras medicinas. Our foods are our medicines. Maíz, plátanos, chocolate, pimientos, chiles, rosas. Invitamos a los elementos, esperamos a los visitantes.